What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm in Farming Simulator 15. So, as you can see, we're down here across from the orchard and from the store there, and we have some stuff. We have the JCB down here with maybe, if you can see, a log fork on it, and we have the Ford down here with our brand new trailer to put some logs in, because we're going to cut down some more trees. We got a permit. Amazingly enough, well, I shouldn't say amazingly enough. I guess it probably was already in the works, and you know they saw no reason to stop it. To cut down the rest of the trees over here on this side. And the sawmill has asked us to bring them some timber anyway, because apparently they're getting low and they need it. So now we did have an issue with the rental company. Apparently they're going out of business. I guess. They will no longer be renting anything, out. So we have to kind of make do with what we have, which means that I couldn't rent a step. We had already owned this trailer, so I just decided to use that. Again, kind of a make do kind of thing. Don't really have much choice. I did have to pick up a log fork for the JCB, which is fine. We've used that before. We know how well it works. So. Might as well just go ahead and get started. The groundwork is continuing. We'll just take a quick tab over here. You can see the IH is on field 10 doing its thing. So fields A and B over there are done. Field 10 is getting done. And then when that's done, we'll move on to fields 8 and 9. I will cultivate them. And then one of them will get planted with grass. I think I said field 8 last time. We'll see. You know me. Okay. So let's cut down some trees. Now, obviously, going to have to do this with a chainsaw. Hopefully, I own a chainsaw. I do. Okay. I couldn't remember. I'm sure I did, because I think that's how we cut down all the trees the last time. Now, the trick here is to not drop any trees on the store. We'll see how that goes. Whoops. I didn't want to tab. Silly. BP's a little fumble-fingered this morning. Can you tell? So, all right. Let's try that again. Crouch, not tab. I'd like to leave as little stump as possible, because I'm not going to just be able to rent a stump grinder. Oh yeah, it fell right over. Very good. Very good. Still rolling a little bit, but not as silly as it was, I think. The 1.3 patch did make some changes to the logs, to the way the physics operate on the logs, which is nice. Something that was really kind of needed, I think. So. Now, if we can get all the branches off, well, that worked pretty well, too. We'll see when we start picking them up how many branches are left. Now, we're going to have to cut these into kind of small lengths, for the simple fact that the trailer won't accept them, all as a whole log, obviously. So, just cut these into fairly small lengths, and probably not super small, though. It should be able to accept a fairly long length. It's not a super short trailer, so... So today is Thursday. You guys will see this video on Tuesday, because BP has been on his recording sort of binge lately, trying to record as much as possible. So you guys always have a video to watch. Yesterday afternoon, I guess, Project Cars came out, a game that was graciously gifted to me by Martin Garner. I was really looking forward to it. So I downloaded it and I installed it and I messed with some settings and everything. And I will say this: it is awesome. It is every bit as pretty as everybody's been raving about. It's actually a little too pretty. My little system here is struggling to run it with any sort of to kind of give it what it deserves, I guess. As far as graphics go. So. But that's certainly not going to stop me from playing it. I enjoy it way too much for that. So you're going to see some videos of that on the channel as soon as Raptor gets around to updating their detection files. And I'd really like this to fall the other way. Do not hit the store. Do not hit the store. Yeah, basically how Raptor works is it has to be able to detect the game. There's no real way to, unfortunately, to add games manually, as it were. And because it just came out, I'm sure... whoever controls Raptor, whoever's in charge of that sort of thing, they haven't made a new detection file yet. As soon as they do, the Raptor will pick up the game and I'll be able to play it. So, not play it, but record it. So that'll be fun. I want to thank everybody again for the comments and the and the feedback and everything you guys are all leaving on the channel. It means a lot to me. I'll be honest, guys. Lately, I've been having a little bit of a not a crisis so much, but a little bit of a sort of a talk to myself, I guess would be the best way to put it, about the direction of the channel and the direction of the videos and everything else. I don't know if I'm maybe not just having a little bipolar episode, or if I'm starting to feel like maybe my videos aren't good enough, which is strange for me because that's not something I normally think about. You know what I mean? My thing has always been, do I enjoy my videos? Yes, then that's really all that matters. But I think you get to a point in the channel, and I think we're kind of getting to that point now, where it's probably more, it's not obviously just about me anymore, you know what I mean? It's about you guys too. It's about whether you guys enjoy the videos, and hopefully, and from what I'm hearing, you guys do, so, Oh, very good, BP. Let's not drop anything on the store, shall we? Because I have a feeling I'll have to pay for that, so. But yeah, I want to make sure I'm making videos that you guys are enjoying. That's the biggest thing for me. So, you know what? We're gonna leave the little spiky bit right here on the in the netherworld over here. Bye bye. And I just don't know. I watch, as I've said, I watch a lot of videos, and there's some really, really good farming sim videos out there. Obviously, there's some incredible racing, sim videos out there. And just a lot of great videos, and I'm wondering if I'm sort of at that level. I don't know, and I don't want to be this. I don't want to make this a constant kind of whiny thing about my videos, in every video. It's just, it's given me some time to think about it, I guess. So that's going to be a little too long if I leave it there. We'll just cut a short one, I guess. It doesn't really matter, just so long as I can pick them up and put them in the trailer, I'm not looking for any kind of uniform length here, obviously, so. All right. I don't know how much this is actually going to hold, this trailer. I don't remember from the last time I used it to pick up logs, so we'll just cut down. We've got the permit to cut down all the trees, so. All right, which way are you going to fall? Okay, that's fine. You can fall that way. No issue with that. Just so, like I said, so long as I don't drop any on the store, I'm going to be happy. Another thing I've been noticing lately is that, even for me, as you guys know, I'm not the most, maybe focused of people in the world, but even for me lately, things have been really kind of unfocused, and I don't know what's causing that, and I don't like it, if I'm going to be honest. It's one thing to be a little bumbly and a little, sort of all over the place, but I don't want to be so bad that it really affects the quality of the video, So I don't know what's causing that. I'm really trying hard to sort of fix that, where I just stop in the middle of a sentence and don't talk for 15 minutes, I'm trying to not do that anymore, because that's just not, that doesn't make for a good video, so. Jesus, BP, are you going to do anything but whine during this video? I don't know. I know I'm cutting down some trees, and, cutting them into logs, so we got that going for us. The case is slipping. Whoops. The case is slipping, and so is my laptop. Laptop just decided to slide off the top of my steering wheel, off my little stand that I made for it. Okay. How many more of these do I want to cut down? I don't know how much this thing is actually going to hold. Let's go find out. Let's go ahead and get some of them loaded up. I need to go see what of course. And you're not just slipping, but you're like wedged into the tree too. So, am I going to be able to fix this? Come on, get off the tree. Get off the tree. Of course, play. Gotta love it. What's the story here? Is it the weight? It's the weight, right? Now, if I go, can I get... Well, weight's going to have to come off, I guess. Let's see if we can do the old glitch the weight trick. Ah, darn it. We can't. How am I going to get this weight back now? Course play. Come on, my man. You got to work with me here a little bit. Definitely need this weight, that's for sure. I And now the weight's in the hedge, and I can't really see it. Can I shove it out, maybe? I can run over it, though, apparently. Okay, you know what? Not all that bothered about it. Hopefully this thing will be okay without a weight. Because I'm just not going to spend 3 hours trying to get this... trying to get this back. So, if this tractor turned better, too... but BP, you're doing a lot of bitching today. Yeah, I am. I don't know what it is. You know, again, you know, as you guys know, I am bipolar. You know, and sometimes it hits me, you know, and it's not really all that within my control. So, let's see. I'm going to turn that off so I can actually move the mouse. Now I need to see the waypoint so I can see where I am. Any chance we can go from here? Nearest waypoint? Let's try that. Let's see what it does. Okay. Now you'll probably come down and get stuck in that tree again. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that weight at some point as well. It doesn't seem to be affecting the tractor too much, so that's cool. All right, let's get back over here and get some logs loaded up. No, it was already off, silly. All right. Now, as you guys may or may not know, well, I'm sure you know by now, there's been some changes to the log physics and things like that with the new patch. So, now I have done a very tiny little bit of logging. Oh yeah, I need to change this again. And it does seem better. So this will be more of a test, I think, to see how, you know, if the logs are going to behave the way that, you know, they should, I think. I think that was my biggest sort of complaint lately, you know, since the last patch was, you know, logs and bale trailers. Apparently they've both been fixed. You know, I watched David Oldfield's very in-depth and very informative video. Really? Come on now. Oh, this field, though. This field. If I was going to make any changes to this map, you know, aside of the ones that I made, it would be to this field, because this field is kind of a pain in the ass. So, how do you get stuck inside a tree? How does that work? You know, and not just stuck, but like really stuck. Stuck so that I can't get out. This tree will come down if it has to. Okay, let's try this again. It makes one turn to get stuck. It makes another turn to get stuck. Sometimes you just can't, you know, it's just the way it is. You can't win. You know, you do the best you can, obviously, but sometimes things are out of your control. So, all right, can I really... BP. You know what? And this is another case of I could just stop this video and be like, okay, you know what? Things aren't going well, and I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna quit and go sit down and, you know, and all that. But I'm not gonna do that, because this is your sort of quintessential, however you say that word, BP video, I guess, where everything's gonna go wrong. You know, you're gonna have days like this. You know what I mean? And if you don't laugh at it, you'll go nuts. You'll be even crazier than I already am. So, and I don't want that, you know what I mean? I still want to have fun playing this game. All the things that go wrong in this game are not the game's fault, you know what I mean? Courseplay is going to try to drive through trees, you know what I mean? It's going to try to drive through buildings, hedges, you know, fences, people, you know, everything it's not supposed to. It doesn't know, you know what I mean? It's not artificially intelligent, so. Now I'm going to watch it over here, because I have a feeling it's going to get stuck on this tree again. So, you know, this field is a little awkward in its shape. It's a little awkward where the Courseplay wants to make its turns, you know, so it's just, things like this are going to happen. And it gives me a chance to drink my coffee, so that's probably something I could do. I could probably try to lay off the caffeine. I drink a lot of caffeine, and I always have. Ever since I was, you know, in my early 20s, I've been just, you know, pounding the caffeine. My blood pressure is pretty high, you know, that sets me off sometimes. You know, the bipolar thing, you know, is sort of out of my control, as I've said numerous times. I do the best I can with it. I'm not a raving lunatic all the time, which is nice, you know. Nice for society, I guess. But, you know, the caffeine probably doesn't help. Definitely probably makes me less focused than I should be, you know. But I just don't know if I can cut back, because I really like it. You know? But if it's going to affect my, you know, my life and my work, basically, which is what this would be. Now, you know he's going to get stuck on his tree. Then it's probably time to get rid of it. Please turn. Please turn. Please turn. Please turn. Now, don't back up right now. Wait till you get around the tree. There you go. Good job. Now, let me guess. Drive right into the tree. No. Good job. Good job. Like I said, you know, I don't want to make so many changes to this map that it's not the same map anymore, you know? The trees around the edges of the field are part of this map. It's something you have to deal with. You know, so why would I go and, you know, just wholesale cut everything down? That would make it a different map, you know? Then it wouldn't be Old Ridge anymore, and that just wouldn't be any fun. Okay, I think things are going fairly well over here, so let's get back and see about picking up some logs. Now, I remember this was a little bit tricky. I don't know if it's going to work like this. Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna. You know, this is another thing that doesn't need to take you know, a month. Yeah, that worked out just fine. Okay, cool. The log doesn't seem to be bouncing around or doing anything silly, so I do like these log forks. You know, I like the fact that, like I said, you know, when we were doing this the last time, that they have a table, you know, and they have two grabs there now, so it makes the log a lot more stable. You know, not really made to pick up little logs like this, but this is the way I have to do it. Since our rental company, you know, is no longer renting anything, I kind of got to use what I have, so that's going to present a problem come harvest time too. We have a little while before we have to deal with it, but we definitely have to start thinking about it because you know, if we can't rent a harvester, then we're going to have to buy one, and we don't have a whole lot of money. So that means I need to start checking the, you know, checking the websites, checking the agricultural sites, you know, calling around dealers in the area and stuff, and seeing if I can find a decent harvester, you know, at a price that we can actually afford. So if worse comes to worse, I may have to call up, you know, one of my neighbors here and see if either A, I can pay him to come over and do it, to do our harvesting for us, or maybe borrow a harvester. You know, I don't know. I know sometimes in America we do that. I don't know how my, you know, British neighbors are going to feel about that. But now all you got to do is roll down in there. Can I move you around a little bit so you roll down? Come on. There you go. Very nice. See that? See, now that's a fix. That felt like a real log. That's exactly what a real log should have done, you know? That was very cool. So normally, with the old patch, the log would have just bounced around and, you know, flew out and got all weird. Not this time. It just dropped down there like it should have, and very, very good. Cool. So, you know, one of the things that I would have liked to seen fixed. So, thank you very much, Giants. You know, I haven't seen a bunch of complaining about this patch because, to be honest, there's nothing really to complain about. It fixed a lot of issues that needed to be fixed, I think, or not. You know, not even a lot of issues, but the main ones for me anyway: bale trailers and logs. So, you know, those are both fixed. So I'm happy now. Did it break some mods? Sure, it did. You know, hence why I had to come up with a story about the rental mod, because the rental mod doesn't work with the patch, with the new patch. Now, I'm sure the people who create these mods are aware of that and are, you know, are going to endeavor to fix them. So that they work with the new patch, you know. I don't know what's involved with that. I don't know, you know, internally what changed in the game to make it so that, you know, those mods don't work anymore. But I'm sure they're going to work on it, and I'm sure they're going to fix it. So, in the meantime, you know, it just gives me an idea to do. It gives me a opportunity, I should say, to do a little bit more storytelling, I guess. You know, maybe we can call up old Mirror Man down the road here, you know, and. Maybe lean on him a little bit to let us borrow a harvester. I know he's got one, so, you know, maybe we'll have to do that, you know, unless I can, you know, like I said, we'll hunt around on the agricultural sites, and I'll call dealers around the area and see if we can find one at a price we can afford, that, you know, that's decent, that's not, you know, obviously in our price range, we're not going to be able to afford anything new, you know, but I would like to get one that's going to at least last through the harvest, you know what I mean? Not, you know, go up and smoke on me, so. Oops. Now, see, that wasn't the log. That was me. That was the way that I approached the log, so. You know, it's funny. You can really feel the logs now. You can kind of feel the weight in the logs, which is really cool. That's, you know, something I've always kind of wanted in, you know, when it comes to logs. So, some malleability would be nice, you know, in the respect that maybe if you're driving like these, you know, if you look at the front of these forks, they're serrated, you know, they're fairly sharp. It would be kind of cool, and again, you know, this is a picky little thing, if there were a way that you could you know, that the forks would actually maybe pierce the bark of the wood. You know what I mean? Like they would in real life, you know. But again, that's, you know, that would require all kinds of texture work and all kinds of stuff. And to be honest, I don't even know if it would work, you know, or if it would be worth it in the long run. So, like I said, I'm just happy now that the logs have some weight. They respond a lot better. They work a lot better, and I couldn't be more happy. So now I can actually do some logging. It's funny, I was having a conversation with somebody on Steam last night. We were talking about the patch, and we were talking about, you know, logging and things like that. And they asked me, well, are we going to see any more logging on Old Ridge? And I was like, probably not, because, you know, I was really, you know, I'm really sort of focused on arable and animals over here as opposed to logging. You know, and I really, the big logging is going to come on Amagawa at some point, you know, and then I decided today that, you know what, I need some money, and one of the quick ways to make some money is to log. So, you know, we got our permit. The council was decent enough to, you know, allow us to cut down some more trees. So this is not perfect, but oh, I got it. Very good. Oh, this one's really long. Hope I can get it in the trailer. I gotta say, one thing about this skid steer, it is ideally suited for this kind of work. You know, it is absolutely geared towards this sort of work, which is weird, you know, considering its size and everything. But this is a very good skid steer. I really like it. You know, it was a lot of money, but I'm glad we bought it, because it's certainly worth it. So, whoop! Now, see there? See that? See that? See that? Now that is realistic. That's exactly what it should do when you get that much weight over the front of it. Very good. See? Logs with weight. I could not be happier. Whoops. I'm so happy I smashed into the trailer. Oh. Looks like this trailer is going to hold quite a bit, so that's good. Well, the IH hasn't got stuck in a while, so that's a plus. You know, we're going to need some other stuff, too. We're going to need a sprayer of some sort. We do have a spreader. I don't think I sold the spreader. I think I still have it. I don't know why I would sell it, since I use it, you know, since we use it quite a bit. So, come on, roll down. Perfect, absolutely perfect. God, I can't stop gushing about that, because that was one thing that I really wanted fixed, you know, and they fixed it, so. Yeah, we're going to need a sprayer. So, you know, we have a plow, we have a cultivator, we have all that stuff. We're going to need a manure spreader of some sort. We're going to need a slurry spreader too, because, you know, we're going to need to spread the grass fields, or our grass field, I should say. Well, we will have two after. You know, and we'll probably end up using some slurry on the fields as well. So, you know, I want to take advantage of all this sort of manure and slurry that we're going to be generating with all the animals. So, do I want to take that? Yeah, you know what? Well, let's take it all. I don't really want to, because obviously I can't just run down and rent a chipper anymore. So, and I certainly can't afford to buy one. So we need to kind of take as much of this stuff as we can. And hopefully the sawmill, you know, well, they'll take it, I'm sure, but they might actually charge us to dispose of it if they can't use it. So, all right. No, that was my fault. Trying to grab it, you know, I barely had it. That would be maybe one of the things that I was talking about earlier about malleability, where, you know, where the forks would actually stick into the bark and kind of, you know, grab the log. But again, you know, that's a silly little thing, and the work and the, you know, possible lag that it would cause, because all the textures that you need for that would probably not be worth it. So. No, easy. You got a lot of weight on over the top of this thing, so don't flip it over again. Yeah, I think we can get the rest of these in here. I think we should be okay. We'll take them to the sawmill, see how much money we get. All the rest of these trees going up this strip here are going to come down, and then we have to come in here with our mulcher. I have a mulching sort of mower kind of thing to clean up the grass and everything that's around here. So that was part of the deal. That was part of the sort of what the council included in the permit requirements. They were like, you know, yeah, you can cut down the trees, that's fine, but you have to clean up the area afterwards. So, okay, yeah, no problem. We did that on the other side as well. So, still waiting on the permit for the bee house. You know, I was kind of expecting that to come in before this tree cutting permit, but you know, okay. You know, we're going to need that bee house pretty soon, so I think there's some issue with maybe bees being this close to the tracks and this close to the sort of processing plant that's over there and all that. You know, and if necessary, I'll certainly move it. You know, if they want me to put it farther away from, you know, from the you know, the sort of inhabited area over here, I will certainly do that. So just so long as I can put one down, that's all I'm really concerned about at the moment. So. I really need to not leave these little bits laying all over the place, though. Because that just makes a mess. And that's not going to make anybody happy, so. I just don't know if I can actually grab them or not, because they're really small. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh, no, no, no. Really, BP? I mean, how many logs have you picked up, and you do that? Oh, let's see if I can get a better... Alright, now. You have it. Don't lose it again, silly. No, no. Nope. Oh, boy. Always going to be one, huh? And I had it, too, and it was my own fault that I lost it. Oh. You know what I could do? This is really cheaty, but... On to the other side of the map you go. No. World ends here. Nobody can see that. Let's try to grab one of these. Because normally I would just, you know, chip these up, but not being able to get a chipper now, you know, we have to come up with other solutions. So. Nope. That's one thing about this thing. You kind of need a, you know, there's sort of a minimum width of the log, I guess, that kind of, you know, that this thing will pick up. So. And these things are obviously really narrow. These are the, you know, tips of the trees, so it has finished work. I doubt it. Well, it has. I mean, according to the course, it's finished. But, well, yeah. I mean, of course the phone's going to ring. It's been, you know, it's been 27 minutes, so I'm just going to handle this real quick for you guys. And off. There we go. So that way you don't have to listen to that. Oops. As I almost knocked down my coffee. Oh, I got too much stuff going on over here on the old computer desk. Okay, you know what? You are going to join your buddy there in the nether world behind the map, I guess. So. And they call right back. I love that. That's awesome. Well, not like you're going to leave a message anyway, so just ring, whatever. I don't care. Oh, stomp, 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 stomp. Now, let's grab this bunch over here. Sorry, guys, I had to turn that down. You know, occasionally I get messages that are, you know, fairly private, and I don't want to broadcast them out to the world. So, you know, and the funny thing is that, you know, no matter how I'm sure this happens to everybody, but it's like, you know, okay, listen, I set my answering machine, you know, whatever, and then you know, I'll grab the phone sometimes and just turn it off, you know, and then they call right back. It's like, it's not really, is it that life important? You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. This is a big log. This is a big log. A phone call. It never fails. You know, I'll be in a groove. Everything will be going along fine, and then a phone call will come and just screw me all up. So, oh well. That's BP's new motto. Deal with it. Oh. We have a few logs to pick up here anyway. So, and I think we'll be able to get them all in this trail. This trail holds quite a bit, so which is good. And then we'll get them down to the sawmill, and we'll see how much money that brings in. because obviously we're going to need some money because we're going to have to come up with some sort of solution for a harvester. You know, we're not at that stage yet. Obviously, you know, we still have some work to do on the soil and, you know, and plant and all that. But you know, we can't leave it for the last minute either. So, you know, have fields full of crop that we cannot harvest is not good. So, and it is tremendously difficult to get contractors out here, just because, you know, obviously harvest season, you know, everybody's busy. So, like I said, you know, last resort sort of. I guess I can always, you know, dial up Mirror Man there, and you know, hopefully, you know, maybe his stuff will be ready to harvest before mine or after mine, and you know, we can work out some sort of arrangement, you know, where I can use his harvester, you know, pay him obviously, and oh, okay, no, I'm not really grabbing this in the most logical spot either, am I? Oh no, this one's actually kind of small. This one may be too small. Sometimes, you know, it's funny. There's almost a window. It's like, you know, a certain length between a certain length. You know, too small, not good. Too big, not good. What do we got going on here? How do I have both of these? Well, that's yeah. Thank you. See, now, what was I just talking about? Right? It almost seemed like the forks kind of grabbed hold of that end, the other end of that log. So now, back in 1.2 or back in the, you know, original game, that log would have just flipped out and been halfway across the map. But nope, just a little, you know, little open of the grab, and the log fell off like it should, and that was that. So very good. Even with me being dumb, things still managed to work the way they were supposed to. So fall in there, very good. Yeah, this is getting kind of full, but you know, and again, it doesn't hold. You know, it's not designed to hold, you know, hundreds of trees worth of logs. So. Oops, stop. Roll down there. Very good. Good job. Excellent. To figure out what to do with these stumps. I'm almost tempted to leave them, just for the fact that, you know, I don't know if I'm going to buy you know, the grinder for this thing. It's not super expensive, but it's expensive, and I don't know that I need it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just one more thing kind of sitting around, you know, that I'm going to use very rarely. So, because there probably won't be a whole lot more tree cutting on this map, just for the fact that, you know, the council obviously doesn't want its area completely defoliated. You know what I mean? And so to have a stump grinder just sitting around doing nothing is kind of silly, and not being able to rent one, you know, as I've said, you know, now repeatedly. So yeah, I'm gonna grab these last few logs, and then we're gonna head off to the sawmill, and that'll probably be this episode. You know, at least we did something different this time. I got to use, you know, one of my new favorite toys. So nope. There we go. Very good. Very good. Yeah, this log fork works really good. I really like it, though. Our trees are not, obviously, it's still the same day, you know. So, tree's not ready to go yet. That'll be a couple days before those are ready to go again, so. Now, I would like, let's see. We're getting to a point now where we kind of almost have to stack them in here. Let's see. No. I was hoping I could just shove that one over a little bit. I didn't realize I was going to take the whole thing with me, so, well, that's okay. If we can get this one, that will probably do. I got 2 more, and we're kind of full. Well, you know what? We're going to do it anyway, so. And hopefully we don't lose them all on the way to the sawmill. Not a very long trip to the sawmill, obviously, but, you know, long enough that I don't want to be dropping every log off the trailer and have to pick them all up again, so. There's a little chunk there I need to deal with. awkward view angle here. Let's see. I don't really have this one particularly great. No, I didn't think so. It was a weird, weird angle there, so... No, forward. Come on now. Sorry if I got all quiet. It's, you know, again, it's one of those concentration things. It's like, does it really take this much concentration to pick up a log? Apparently it does. Like I said, I'm always impressed when I see people, you know, the big time loggers on this game, you know, and just, you know, cutting down, you know, whole forests and transporting them and hauling them and moving them, and it's so impressive to watch, you know. I just don't think that'll ever be me. I guess we'll find out on Amagawa when we really start to get into some, you know, some really big time logging. So we'll find out how much of a nightmare I can turn it into. But to be honest, this has gone a lot better than it probably would have had I, you know, done it pre-patch. So, oh, no, I can't go up anymore. I need to readjust this one now because I may have overfilled this a little bit, but I really don't want to. I don't want to leave logs over here, and I don't want to make a bunch of trips either. So can you slide over here somewhere, perhaps? Ooh, that's not great. No, hopefully that stays there. This is where having a telehandler wouldn't be awful, just because this thing, you know, a little bit more reach would be good, but that shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. We'll see how it how they hang out when we take off on our way to the Sawmill. So I want to give a shout out too. Somebody had asked me to give him a shout out a while ago, and you know, guys, you know me. If I don't write stuff down, I forget. Somebody called the Grass Boys. They had contacted me on Twitter. They had asked me to shout out their channel. I'd love to do that, except that I can't seem to find your YouTube channel. I don't know. You know, I searched Grass Boys, and there's quite a few that pop up, and I don't know which one is which, and I want to make sure I, you know, give a shout out to the right one. So if you're watching this video and you want to leave a link to your channel in the description, that would be great, and then I will certainly make sure that you know, everybody knows about it. So, you know, and again, you know, you guys, the guys that, you know, the people that ask for shout outs, if you want a shout out, the best way to get a shout out from me is to be active, you know, comment, you know, like, subscribe, things like that, you know, give me your feedback, good or bad, you know. Those are definitely the ways you're going to get shout outs from the Bipolar Prophet. So, oh, is that going to roll off the other side? Yes, it is. Almost got all of them in there. I think. Oh, did I just turn the shuttle off? I did. Stop. No. What the hell? I just turned the shuttle off by accident. I got to turn it back on real quick. Spacebar, 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 spacebar. Spacebar, turn the shuttle back on. Come on. Why won't the shuttle turn back on? Do I have to hold this? Oh, there it is. Whew. I need the shuttle for my pedals, otherwise they don't work. And I held shift and space too long, and you could see what happens. The tractor just goes insane. So there's a classic BP moment for you, huh? Oh. Now, gotta drive off into the nether world once more to grab this log. Yeah, it's funny. There's all the space on this side, but because I was loading it from the other side, obviously, you know. So this shouldn't be an issue. Grab this, put it on the trailer, get down to the Sawmill. No. Come on. What's going on here? Down. Depth perception. Ugh. If I had any, it would be great. All right. Back up a little bit. Any chance of being able to do this from this view? So that's going to be a little tricky. Let's see. I'd like to put it right down here in this little opening right here. I need to turn a little bit and get it sort of straight. All right. There we go. Very good. Ooh. Hope that stays there. I think it will. We'll certainly see. I'd like it more in that way a little bit, but There we go. All right. We'll see how that goes, I guess. We'll get this parked up somewhere over here for now until I can bring it back to the farm. So we'll get it out of the edge of the world, though. And we'll just leave it right here. Should we take the keys out of it? Oh, don't want anybody to steal it. That's all I need. All right. Now, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. Normally I would do this in the cab, but I want to keep an eye on these logs. If we go easy, we should be okay. I might lose this one on the edge, though. I'm a little concerned about that one. You can tell, you know, the logs definitely have weight now. They definitely have some mass behind them, you know, because they want to move all over the place. So, as they would in real life. My thing is, I don't know if I have this trailer all the way down, because this trailer has mouse control. Apparently it is all the way down, I guess, and I don't want to mess with it right now and dump all the logs all over the road. So this trailer has mouse control. That's how it empties, because obviously you know, logs aren't a fill type so much, you know, where you know, you can run over a trigger and just hit Q. Kind of the way these kind of things work is that you know, you fill them up and then you have to have some way to empty them manually, and this trailer has the mouse control for manual tipping. So, and I may not have it all the way flat back on the chassis, so easy. Kind of got to take it easy here. It's a pretty big load for this trailer. I'm glad it took as much as it did. As long as I can get them all down there, I will be happy. Again, it's not a super long trip to the sawmill, so as long as we take it easy, we should be okay. We'll make a little money, and I like to clean up that mess too over there, the alfalfa. That's you know, all withered on me now. Well, not withered on me, because I didn't own it in the first place, but no, don't you slide off. Don't you slide off. See, that log would do that in real life too, you know. If it was stacked, you know, on top of another log and had a you know, the right amount of, you know, friction and all that, it would just slide forward. So I'm not unhappy about that. It may be inconvenient for me at the moment, but I'm not unhappy about it by any means. So now, I guess I probably could have took these to the train yard, I guess, but I don't know. My first thought is always to take them to the sawmill, so we'll take them down here, dump them in the water, collect our payment, and then we'll call that an episode. In the next episode, I think we'll be planting. I'll have all the groundwork done. I'll finish the rest of it off screen, and we'll be planting. And then we'll hopefully we'll be you know, Soilmod will have done something and kicked in and all that, and you know, we can kind of keep an eye on it. If I can get these 3 logs on the top so want to fall off, if I can just get them over here, I'd be so happy. Yeah, we'll be planting, you know, and we'll be monitoring soil mod. We'll probably have to spray some stuff, I would imagine. And getting ready for the next harvest, which, oh, darn it. I knew I was going to lose one. Just roll in the water, Thank you. Okay. Now, I got to remember how to tip this thing, too. Oh, it tips the other way. Oh, no. How am I going to do this? I forgot to tip the other way. That sucks. I suppose I can always push that log in, I guess, if I really want to. I haven't used this in a long time, so I didn't remember which way it tipped. No. Because I don't want to just drive in the water, you know what I mean? That's silly. Even though you sort of can, you know, because of the way the water plane works on this. But this is a tricky spot to turn around into without hitting anything. So let's do it this way. Let's go ahead and yeah, we'll back it up this way. I think this makes the most sense. I was just trying to be slick by driving in, but that's my own fault for not remembering which side the thing tips on. So, and we'll just put it a little bit in the water there. That'll work. And tip. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it'd be helpful if I opened a door, huh? Let's open the door. There we go. Ah, we made some money off of that. Very nice. Very nice. Now, is there any chance I can get this one in the water as well? Probably not from this angle, because it's not going to want to turn like that. Probably should have... You know what? We'll just disconnect the tipper right here. And then we'll just because this, like I've said, numerous times, this tractor turns so much better without a tipper on it. So, all right, now push it and don't ride over the top of it. Let's try that. All I need to do is get you rolling, and physics and gravity should take it the rest of the way. Perfect. I don't know if it's going to catch the trigger from there or not. Yep, it did. Very good. So $1,993 for that log. That's not so awful. I'm just going to shut that off for now. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, please let me know what you think about these episodes, about the map, about the way I'm playing it, about the channel, about me, about anything else. Any feedback is always very much appreciated. I really look forward to reading your comments every day and replying to them. As always, thank you so much for coming to the channel, for liking and subscribing. Commenting especially means, it really means you guys are involved with the channel and you're taking your time to let me know what you think, and I really, really appreciate that. And as always, guys, thank you so much for making me a part of your YouTube day. And this is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.